Good day, everyone. Welcome back again with me, Zaki. Today, I will share with you guys an inspiring story about one of the greatest figure in Islamic history, Salahuddin al-Ayyubi. Salahuddin, he is remembered not just a brilliant military leader, but also as a man of great compassion, justice, and humility. Salahuddin was born in the year 1137 in Tikrit, a small town in Iraq. His family was Kurdish, and his father was a respected military commander. From a young age, Salahuddin was trained in the art on the principle of Islam. His upbringing instilled in him a deep sense of justice and devotion. He was known to have a curious mind, often engaging in discussion about faith and governance with scholars. These experiences shaped his vision for a unified and just society under Islamic principle. Salahuddin began his career serving under his uncle Sirku in Egypt. His intelligence and leadership skill quickly earned him recognition. In 1174, he became the Sultan of Egypt and Syria, uniting Muslim territories in his rule. This unity was vital in facing the Crusader states, which has established control over part of the Holy Land. As a leader, Salahuddin prioritized the welfare of his people. He reformed the tax system, ensuring fairness, and invested in public work such as building hospital and school. This reform earned his loyalty of his subject strengthened in his rule. The most notable chapter of Salahuddin's life is the recapture Jerusalem in 1187. The Crusader had held the city for nearly a century. Salahuddin's army decisively defeated them at the Battle of Hattin, paving the way for Jerusalem liberation. The Battle of Hattin was no ordinary conversation. It was a clash of strategy, endurance, and faith. Salahuddin's army, though smaller in number, was strategically positioned near sources of water, while the Crusaders suffered in the blistering heat of the desert. As sun blazed down, the Crusader spirit waned and their desperation grew. Salahuddin's force, disciplined and united, launched a series of calculated strikes, encircling the Crusader and cutting off their escape routes. The battlefield filled with chaos and cries of the wounded, but Salahuddin remained calm and focused, his leadership inspiring his soldiers to persevere. Witnesses describe how Salahuddin personally ensured that no unnecessary harm came to prisoners. Reflecting his deep sense of justice, even in the heat of the war, the Crusaders' army was decisively defeated, and their sacred relic, the True Cross, was captured, delivering a significant blow to their morale. Unlike the Crusader who had massacred inhabitants during conquest, Salahuddin took a different approach. He ensured the safety of all the civilians, allowing Christians and Jews to leave the city peacefully or remain under Muslim protection. This act of mercy astonished even his enemies. Salahuddin's decision was guided by his deep faith and adherence to teaching of Islam, which emphasizes mercy and justice. To secure to secure the city future, Salahuddin initiated a series of projects to restore Jerusalem. He repaired the city walls, revitalized streets, and reopened places of worship for Muslim, Christian, and Jews alike. His inclusivity fostered a renewed sense of peace in the region. During the Third Crusade, Salahuddin faced Richard the Lionheart. Though they were adversaries, their interaction became legendary. Salahuddin's chivalry and generosity left a lasting impression. On one occasion, when Richard fell ill, Salahuddin sent him fresh fruit and personal psyches. Their mutual respect transcended the battlefield. The clashes between Salahuddin and Richard were fierce and dramatic. As the Battle of Arsuf, Richard forced managed to achieve a temporary victory, but Salahuddin's resilience prevented them from advancing further. The exchange were not only battle of sword, but also battle of wits, with Salahuddin employing tactics that frustrated the Crusaders' attention to retake Jerusalem. Despite their difference, Salahuddin and Richard negotiated several truces. The diplomatic effort reflected Salahuddin's desire for peace and his ability to balance strength with wisdom. The Truce of 1192 allowed Christians to visit Jerusalem freely, a gesture that further commended his reputation as just a leader. Salahuddin passed away in 1193, just a few years after the Third Crusade. Despite ruling a vast empire, he left behind no wealth. He had given it all to poor and found his companions. Salahuddin's legacy endures as a symbol of justice, mercy, and leadership. Even his enemies praised him. To English chronicle, Baha al-Din wrote, "He was a man of great virtues, beloved by both friend and Jew." Salahuddin's character is a testament of the ideals of Islam. He demonstrated that power should be exercised with humility and that true leadership lies in serving others. His story continues to inspire leaders and individuals across culture and generation. The story of Salahuddin al-Ayyubi teaches us that true greatness lies not just in power or victory, but in the values we uphold. He was a leader who fought for justice, showed mercy even to his enemy, and remained humble despite his throne. His life reminds us to the potential within each of us to bring about positive change in the world. May his story inspire us to lead our life with integrity and compassion. Thank you for listening me and see you next time.